I am struggling with my lightning. I thought this was the best angle in the house since the last time I sit on this side, but clearly it's not. I had to switch on the light now just to get, I don't know, I think it's because of one of my camera eyes are damaged. So maybe that will be the problem. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyways, hello guys. Hello G lovers. Welcome to this impromptu live podcast. I decided to do this because I'm in the mood to do it, and I feel coming freshly from an event to also just share some feedback on the event, or to just share with you what I've learned or what I gathered from the event and stuff like that. Guys, I don't like the quality, but let's do this. Let's see how this looks like. No, even worse. So let me just take it off. I'm so sorry for this, but I think natural light will work better. So let me quickly just switch off my lights and then just open up the curtains. I hope this looks better. I think this looks much better. Yeah, this looks much better. It's giving natural light. But I had to close the curtains on the other side. But nevertheless, let me just start. Welcome, guys. It's been a minute. Last weekend, did I have a podcast last weekend? Oh my word, what happened last weekend? No, last weekend we didn't have a live podcast. We were on the road, we traveled. Yeah, we traveled. So I just want, before I go on with sharing of the event that I attended this morning, I just quickly want to just share with you guys, like give you a little bit of a life update. So I don't have a vlog up. The last vlog that went up was, I think, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So the last vlog that went up was 2 weeks ago. I vlogged last weekend with our traveling, taking the kids to the holiday destination. And I've been struggling with my editing app. I'm literally struggling with the app. The app it's now it's just frozen. I cannot open my whole video. And the thing is, I'm done editing it. I was just supposed to export it and upload it. The plan was to upload it on Friday, yesterday. So it didn't work out. So I don't know what to do. I still have the footage, but I'm thinking now of this uninstalling the app and maybe reinstalling it again. But I'm just like, guys, you worked so hard on something and then you must start all over. And then you guys know how editing goes. You know the amount of time and energy we have to put into editing, and I have to start all over again. So I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about this. I feel a bit discouraged. I feel a bit, but yeah, we move. I will have to fix it. I don't know what the problem is. I think the storage on my phone might also be contributing. Who is it? He's not here. He's on holiday. Sorry about that. So yeah, basically life update content wise. I have that vlog. The plan was to put it up on Friday, but it didn't work out. So today I attended an event and I decided to come on here and just do my live podcast that is supposed to be happening tomorrow afternoon. So doing this is now um, going to cancel out tomorrow's live podcast. So I attended a Toastmasters event. Welcome here. I see there's one person on the live. You are welcome to interact in the chats, in the comment section. You are so much welcome. This is my channel. It belongs to Georgina Lowe. I'm a mother of three. I'm married. I am a 8 to 5er. I am a Toastmaster. I am an aspiring life coach and public speaker, mental health advocate, and this channel belongs to me and my family sometimes. So on this part of the channel, I sit down and talk about anything that relates to purpose, to growth, just general challenges with motherhood, life in general, anything that I want to talk or that I feel or that the spirit leads me on to talk about. And like I always say, everything that I share on here is merely just my personal opinion. I'm not an expert in any area of any certain topic that I decide to speak on that specific day. I'm just a girl trying to inspire another girl. And I know I've had previous feedback that what I'm doing it is reaching people. It is a bit of motivation to some people, and I love doing this. At this point in time, I love doing this. So on this channel or on this part of the channel, the live podcast, I talk about all those different topics and I share personal experiences. Hi, welcome. I share personal experiences and I try to motivate and encourage, and because I'm an aspiring life coach, I this is literally like my practicing field. And if I happen to touch somebody or happen to motivate somebody, I'm honored to be doing that. I am not doing it to get any recognition or any validation. I'm doing it because it's something that is close to my heart and I love doing it. So let's dive in. This morning I attended a Toastmasters event. If you know what Toastmasters is, you know, and if you don't know, Toastmasters is an international platform where we practice and learn public speaking, leadership, communication, and all this powerful stuff that helps us or that will make our personal development better in the workspace, socially, everywhere you find yourself in life. So we normally have monthly meetings, and we planned a training brunch for today, which happened this morning. So it was a free event. Most of the time, the Toastmasters events are free. So if you are in a certain area and you are wondering if there's a club, you are welcome to reach out to me. I will share information with you about a club in your area. You are welcome to attend the club meetings for as long as you want. But once you feel that you want to also start doing the projects, then you need to register as a member. So you are welcome to reach out to me, and I will share any additional information that you might need with regards to Toastmasters. So this morning's event was basically just a training branch where we had two speakers. The one speaker, the famous Michael Chikwililwa, he spoke about the missing link to success. And we gathered so much gems, and we were so empowered, and we were motivated, and we were, I mean, we were empowered, we were motivated, and we were even challenged, to think about certain things that we are doing in our lives, and think about what we really want to do and stuff like that. So Michael had this powerful speech about the missing link to success. Hi Irene, hi Sons Junior, welcome guys. Welcome to my live podcast. So glad to have you guys here. I am basically just sharing what I gathered from the event that I attended this morning, the Toastmasters event that I attended this morning. So the theme of the event was creating winning teams. And like I said, the first guest speaker spoke about the missing link to success. He shared a quote with us that is reminding us to live life fully. It is in an Italian quote, memento mori, momento vivere. So you guys are welcome to go search that up on Google and get the whole definition about it. Memento mori, momento vivere. It's literally a quote that reminds us that we need to live, you know? We just need to live life fully and try and make success and happiness a key factor in our lives and stuff like that. So let me dive into the highlights that I picked out from Michael's speech. So Michael started off asking, what is happiness? Now, happiness means different things to different people. To somebody, it might mean that happiness is me just waking up every morning. To another person, it might be seeing my kids healthy and thriving. To another person, it might be just being healthy. To another person, it might mean having money, having XYZ. So happiness means different things to different people. So he literally asked us, what do you think comes first? Is it success or is it happiness? Thank you so much, Irene, for the inspiration. Thank you for the motivation and the encouragement. Thank you so much. I appreciate. So one person will say that success comes before happiness. Somebody would say that or reason that I need to have enough money in order for me to be happy. Somebody else, just what I explained now, somebody else would reason that I need to be healthy in order for me to be happy. So for me personally, happiness comes before success because I'm that type of person that if I'm not in a happy state of mind, mood, then I struggle to do other things. I will do it, but I will probably not do it to the best of my ability because I'm not happy. So for me, happiness comes first. And I think for most of us, happiness comes first. So with that said, I just want to pinpoint on, so I literally just made notes as he was doing his speech. And the thing that came up was mistaken belief. Because people think in order for them to be successful, they need to have a certain thing. So it's a belief that we instill into our lives, into our heads. We instill, for instance, he was explaining that somebody would say, if only I could get that type of job, then I will be happy. And then you get the type of job and then you move on to the next thing. If only I could have so much money in my bank account, then I will be happy. So you continuously shift the goal to the next thing, to the next thing. So basically what he was saying is that no amount of thing can ever be responsible for your happiness. Happiness comes from here. Happiness comes from your mindset. It comes from the decision that you have made that I will be happy regardless of my circumstances. So we need to be, we put conditions onto happiness, and that is not it doesn't work like that. So the moment that you put conditions on your happiness, that if only I could travel to SA, I would be so much happy. If only my kids were behaving, I would be so much happier. There is literally you putting conditions on your happiness. It boiled down to the point where he was saying that you, regardless of what you have, what you don't have, what you will get, what you will acquire, what you will not acquire, you shouldn't be putting conditions on your happiness. You just need to be happy. And I think when we get to that point of just being happy is where gratitude comes in, because you will be grateful for what you have. So if you set that attitude of gratitude, then it will be easy. It will be very, very easy for you to just be happy without that dream house, without that car, without that specific job, without the amount of money, X amount of money that you are thinking that would make you happy. So we need to be woke about putting conditions onto our happiness. We need to learn to get to a point where we are happy regardless of what we don't have, what we have, and stuff like that. So he shared with us ingredients to success, and he mentioned three. And you will know that I'm a fan of number three, but let me start with the first ingredient to success. He said that the first ingredient to success is enjoyment. So with enjoyment, he means that you need to train your mind to enjoy life. Enjoy the little things. Embrace the little things. He mentioned the quote, smell the roses. When last did you ever pause and just smell the roses? Like literally took a rose or take the flowers and smelling, or just being out in nature and just enjoying the fresh air or the sunlight or whatever the weather might be. So we need to be intentional about enjoying life fully. So that is what the quote memento mori refers to. Remember to live, and to live life fully. And I think as we grow older, we start to realize that the small things in life really don't, we should just not sweat the small things. And the older that you get, you start realizing that your time is valuable. You don't have time to stress about the, the petty things. There are more significant things in life that we can really stress ourselves out, like, having a loved one that's in hospital, or having a difficult time at work, for instance. Sometimes also not, you need to filter what is really worth your stress and you worrying about things that you don't have control over. And somehow during the speeches, the two speakers also mentioned that we forget to turn to our source. We forget to make God our default when we go through life's seasons. We forget to first go to God and ask Him, or talk to Him, or just, cry to Him, or whatever. We always want to control situations and always want to stress about situations, and sometimes we do not have control over everything. So the second ingredient is satisfaction. I would, for me, when he mentioned that, the first thing that could come to my mind was being content, satisfied, just being satisfied with the life that you are currently living, and not always want to have more. I know that it's good to have more, and it's good to grow, and it's good to, not be at the same place year by year, but be satisfied with what you have and also be satisfied with what you don't have. And I'm of the notion of that whatever you should have will come to you naturally if it's meant for you. So that was number two. Number three, my most favorite, purpose within you. Now for you that are following me for quite some time now will know that my channel is also all about purpose. As I recently also, jumped or not jumped into my purpose, literally found my way through saying that I have an idea what my purpose is. I know that I'm a giver. I know that people always come to me for advice. I know that people always like talking to me about their circumstances and they would listen to the feedback that I have to offer. So I am slowly but surely moving into my purpose, and I think that stood out for me. Number three stood out for me because we are here on this earth only for a certain period of time. We are not here forever. So we only have this one life, and we only have only this moment to live and to live life fully. So if you are not living in your purpose, I don't know, is there somebody who is not living in their purpose but is fulfilled? I cannot see myself not living in my purpose and being fulfilled, because how does it make you feel as a human being? I know there was a time in my life where I felt so unsettled. I felt that, my job is not the right place to be at. And at that time, God was just busy, stirring the pots. And it was a time that I had to find out, okay, what is my purpose really? I'm patient. I am a very patient person. I can sit and listen to your ailments or to your situations for a very long time. And through that, I figured out, but I am going into this, server. I'm a server. I need to give. But at some point in time, I didn't know what is it that I should give. So it's different things. Different things will lead you into your purpose, but it's not going to be easy. You need to put in the work. That's where use your suffering as a penance for success comes in. Because moving into your purpose or becoming successful, it will not be easy. There will be suffering. There will be, there will be sweat and blood probably at some points in time. Not literally, but I'm just saying that you are going to go through suffering. And when you get to that point where you feel, now I know what my purpose is. The suffering was so worth it. It was, now I know why I went through XYZ. It's because God was moving me into this moment. So we need to be woke about those things. He mentioned that when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. So we need to embrace the pain that comes along with moving into success. We need to know that winning and learning in life is a mindset. There's nothing that you are failing at. It's literally just, it's either you win or you learn. There's no failures. So if you don't win, you learned through that scenario. So don't regard it as a failure, regard it as a lesson learned. So he called us to action, and he asks us to challenge ourselves. First thing is having a morning and evening routine, a positive morning and evening routine. Now, guys, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I am personally at this stage in my life where I struggle to have a morning and evening routine. A lot of factors involved, but it's doable. So I need to make time, even if I need to, make a journal and write about, set a reminder for the mornings and just be intentional, because doing that sets the tone for the day. So when you wake up in the morning, pray, sing, read positivity, listen to a podcast, listen to Grace for Purpose, I do that most of the mornings, and then I say the prayer with them, and that's like an encouragement for me. So that's like how I set my tone. But I feel that sometimes I want to do better. I want to at least go into the word. I want to journal. I want to have a 15-minute or 20-minute workout. But yeah, guys, we know it's not easy. We know it's not easy, especially when you are parents and you have a job that you need to attend to. So he pinpointed that emotions will always dictate whatever. So we need to be aware of how we control our emotions. We need to protect our mind. For instance, like, what do you listen to? What do you indulge into? I can tell you from my personal experience this morning when I was busy getting ready for the event. I have this habit, and we all have this habit. We all have this habit of scrolling on our phones, just you know, just scrolling. So I was scrolling on my WhatsApp statuses, and I don't remember if I had my Grace for Purpose motivation thing. No, I didn't have it. I didn't have it because when I woke up, I had a phone call with one of my Toastmasters colleagues because we were planning the event. So we were discussing a few stuff, da 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 da. And then after that, I went on to WhatsApp while I was getting ready. So I came across a status of some rap thing. And yeah, but it is something that had bad language, foul language in it. And I know the song from way back. And all of a sudden, the song was in my mind. And I had to literally stop myself in my tracks and tell myself that no, I cannot start my day like this. I can really not start my day like this. So immediately I went on to YouTube. I went to go search because my phone, my YouTube setup feeds are now like that. The moment I open YouTube, then my morning devotion, Grace for Purpose sermon will come up, and then worship songs will follow afterwards. So I immediately went to the worship songs, and while I was busy finishing off, I let the worship songs play, and then immediately my mind set, or the thoughts that I was having of this song that I saw on somebody's status, it was replaced with my worship music. And so we need to be aware of what we feed here, very much aware, because we think, it's just things on social media, it's not going to affect you. But if some people are strong-willed, they can just let it blow over. But I am that person that I get hooked onto things. If I heard something, so it means that I must constantly feed my mind with positivity, encouragement, motivation, in order for me to just be okay. Because I can go on and think about, or when I hear a song, then I would want to sing it or stuff like that. So we need to be careful about what we feed our minds. So guys, that's literally it. I shared with you the ingredients to success: enjoyment, satisfaction, finding out what your purpose is, living a fulfilled life, having an attitude of gratitude. The other thing that they mentioned, that the speaker mentioned, was packing your own eggs. There was a story of eggs, and the little chickens were hatching, and on the outside, somebody was helping the little chickens to scratch open the shell, and the little chickens would die because they were not having strength in their bodies to pack and get the shell open so that they can, the way they're supposed to be hatching. Somebody was helping these specific eggs to hatch, and the chickens were dying. So even with our children, we should help our children to a certain extent. We shouldn't fight our children's battles. We should teach them to be resilient. We should teach them to solve their own problems, even from as young as 5 years old, because it builds their character for success in the future. So yeah, that is basically what our event was about. The second speaker just spoke about what Toastmasters is and the benefits of Toastmasters and the fees that are involved and all that nice stuff. So, like I said, if you want to know if there's a Toastmasters club in your area, then you are welcome to just message me here and I will share the information with you. And I hope that the feedback of my event that I shared with you guys here is um, is worth it, and you guys made some notes. Hi, Emily. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope that you guys took some gems from here, like I said. And remember that we shouldn't place conditions onto our happiness. We shouldn't place conditions on our happiness. We should learn and we should learn to be happy regardless of what we have, what we don't have, who we are not, and that will pave the way for future success. Because if you are, they mentioned that positive circumstances is happiness and negative circumstances is sadness. But while you are in your negative circumstances, you can also choose to be happy because circumstances don't remain forever, right? Seasons in our lives don't remain forever, right? So while you are in that season, whatever the season may be, you can still choose to be happy. I know it's not easy. It's a mindset thing. And I always, when people were always talking about it's a mindset thing, I was always like, people are saying it so, as if it's just blowing sand from your hand. But it's not. Um, It's not easy, but it's doable. And there's so many tools that can help us to do it. You can come onto YouTube, there's thousands of motivation. And the most important thing is going to your default, which is God. Ask God why you are not happy. Ask Him to pinpoint that you have A, B, C, D, but you are still unhappy. Then there must be something. The other thing that the speaker mentioned was with your morning and evening positive routine, every day when we do that morning routine where we thank our Heavenly Father, ask Him, Lord, what do you want me to learn today? Asking Him that question will also help you to move you into your purpose as a person, because each and every one of us is set on this earth for a reason. There is a purpose for your life. And how wonderful will it be if each and every one of us can get to that point in our lives where we can boldly say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for my purpose. Thank you for my gifts. Thank you for the talents that you have instilled into my hands, into my mind, into my body. Thank you, Lord Jesus, and live a fulfilled life based on the purpose that He has placed you for on this earth. Isn't that going to be amazing? It's not going to be easy. It is not something that will just happen overnight. You will try one thing and it might not be the thing. God will remove certain people from your life because they are not part of your purpose. He will bring other people into your life because they need to be part of your purpose. So it's a process. It's a process. It's an interesting process for me at this point where I am, because I'm doing this now, but I also, because I feel that this is what I want to do. This is the right thing. I love doing this. But what if it's not God's plan for me? So tomorrow, this live podcast might also not be happening. But somehow, me starting to find out what my purpose is moved me into this. So I am partially sure that this is part of my purpose. But we never know. Like I said, it's going to change, it's going to evolve. As you as a person evolves, your purpose will also evolve. As you grow as a person, your purpose will also grow. It will change. Things will be removed. this will happen, this path will be open, but we need to stay consistent. We need to be open. We need to be curious. We need to learn and be open to learning. Emily is saying she was always worried about what people will think about her. I became strong and focused on myself. I don't allow anyone to put me down. Emily, my dear sister, I can relate to what you are saying, and I can relate to where you have been, and I am so happy that you are out of that, and that you are strong, and that you are focusing on yourself. You know, when we go through certain things, or we start believing certain things about ourselves, it's not. I, I believe that it's not you yourself that is placing it on your life. It is where you are coming from. It comes from your life experiences. It maybe comes up from when you were growing up as a person. We're not bad mouthing your how you were growing up or whatever, but it's a different life experiences that sometimes places us in situations where we doubt ourselves, where we are worried about what people will think about us, or what will this person say. But the moment that you realize that, and the moment that you are aware that why it shouldn't be like that. It is not God's will for my life for me to worry about what Georgina will say, what Irene will say. No, it is not God's purpose for our life. It is not His promise. He wants us to live a free life. He wants us to be worried about Him, not about the next human being. So I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you are at a place where you can focus on yourself, and not worry about what other people will think of you. It's not easy to get there, because it requires us to realize that I'm stuck in this, same thing. I'm stuck in the same thing, and I need to get out, and I need to get out. So it's you literally put in the work, because you don't allow anybody else to put you down going forward. I'm proud of you, and keep on trusting yourself. Keep on believing in your strengths as a human being. Ask God to show you. We all have weaknesses. We all have things that we are struggling with. So make God your default and go back to Him, because He created you, not us humans. So with that said, I think I'm done with this session. If you guys want to share anything else further, thank you, my dear friend Irene, for the encouragement. I appreciate you being here. And welcome, Emily. Welcome to the family. I hope that you love it here, and that you stay, and that you will be encouraged and motivated. I normally do this live podcast on a Sunday, but because I came from the event, and while I have the information still fresh in my head, I wanted to share it. So um, if you haven't started from the beginning of the live, or if you were not on the live from the beginning, you can always go back under the live podcast, and you can, once YouTube has saved it, you can watch it from the beginning, and yeah, just catch up there. I appreciate, and like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share the live podcast with friends and family that you think they would be interested in whatever I'm talking about. Like I said, I talk about anything purpose, anything growth, anything personal development related. As a mother of 3 boys and a wife and somebody with a full-time job, I sometimes struggle to just focus on my personal development, and I started this, not I think, I started this platform to hold myself accountable, and also to inspire the next mother, the next young wife, the next single mom, the next 40-year-old, the next 50-year-old, so that we can just build a community where we build each other up, and help each other, and motivate each other, and also just realize that life life doesn't start at a certain age. They say life starts at 40. You can even start over in your 50s. There is no restriction. For me, there is literally no restriction. So there was a point in time where I was like, yo, I don't know what I've done with my life. I felt as if I messed up my 30s, because I couldn't account for any diploma, any degree, or any tertiary education of that form, but our paths are different. And this is what God wants for me, and this is where I am. This is what God wants for the next person, and that's where the person are. So our journeys will not be the same. Our purpose is personal. So there was a time that I was comparing myself to my peers, and I felt that my peers they have degrees and they have these highly paying careers, and but then you have to literally gather yourself and sit with God and see where He's moving you, and see what is bringing upon your path, and grab it with both hands and just go, because our paths will never ever ever be the same. That is guaranteed. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live podcast, and like I said, I hope you guys took some information or took some motivation from what I've shared with you from the event that I attended this morning. I think every time that I attend such an event, I will just come on here and just share, because not everybody has the privilege of attending such events, although our most of our events are free. And like I said, if you are in Namibia or anywhere in the world for that matter, I can share with you where our clubs are, our Toastmasters clubs are all over. You can even, if you are in Namibia, you can even attend an online meeting of a club in South Africa. It's allowed, but the moment that you want to do projects on the online meeting, you will have to get permission from your club president. So if it's something that would be of interest, you are very welcome to ask me, and I will share the information with you guys. So with that said, I love and leave you. Remember, your purpose is personal. Remember that it will not happen overnight. It will be a process. It will be a path where only you and God can walk on. It might even look crazy to us, but if it's something that you trust in and it's something that you believe God for, then you need to take Him by His hands and walk with Him. It's your path and your path alone. I hope you guys have a blessed weekend further, and yeah, I hope you stay blessed and that you focus on your self-development, your personal development, and make time for yourself as well. Bye bye.